The disease can move quickly and be devastating, even deadly. Now imagine being in the middle of an outbreak in a town with only one clinic. Elena Peterson sees a lot in her office. Safe to say, no day is typical.
Your patients trust you, they know you, and they want your care.
Peterson has run Tonopah Primary Care for 2 years. In a town of close to 2,500 people, this small practice is the only game in town. The nearest hospital, about 100 miles away. Hard enough when a patient comes in with chest pains, but a pandemic? This is her biggest challenge.
Currently, right now, we only have 4 cases, and I understand that 2 have actually been resolved. That's pretty low, but is there a potential that it could actually spread out, and what are we going to do about it? You know, a little town like this size with our resources being limited could become overwhelmed.
They aren't overwhelmed yet. At the local Rally's grocery store, it's business as close to usual as you can get.
The kids, they see that we're doing the hands and gloves, so of course she wants to do gloves too.
People are used to shopping in bulk here, loading up on groceries, and they're used to having some distance between neighbors. But the people we talk to understand and support the idea of staying isolated. Their attention is on supporting one another while being alone.
This town, it's funny the way our town works out is we all help each other out. So all the small businesses and stuff, they're still getting shopped at, and we're helping them.
The people of Tonopah do not appear overly concerned about this pandemic, but they shouldn't be strangers to it either. We are standing in the middle of the Tonopah Cemetery, and here are the victims of what they then called the 1902 Tonopah Plague. That plague was actually a case of pleuropneumonia. It made headlines across the West. Now the same town has watched its hospital's doors shutter and another mysterious disease roll in. Hard to see the scale of this. As nurse practitioner Peterson tells us, she can only get 3 tests at a time because of the way the state hands out supplies.
There is a hierarchy of who gets what, so when you want to highlight rural versus, in the rural, because we do not have a hospital, we actually have, when the resources came down from the state, they were allocated to the health nurse, not to the private primary cares.
What they have here in Tonopah is inherent, a love and want to help their neighbor. What they need is tangible. They need help, supplies, and tests right here in Tonopah. For Vegas Lost, I'm John Trainer.